Good morning, everybody. Happy fall, happy sunshine. Social hour will be outside. Who knew that that would be possible, given the weather we've had, the gorgeous rain we've had. Welcome to everyone, especially to those who are joining us for the first time, everyone who's joining us here, and everyone who's joining us on Livestream. It's wonderful to be together. I am Vanessa Southern. I'm the senior minister of this congregation, and I am joined this morning in the chancel by Mari Magaloni Ramos, one of our worship associates, who many of you know, and Jonah Berquist, who is the vice moderator of our board and will also be helping us lead some of the rituals this morning. We are also joined by the choir, so we're incredibly grateful for you all this morning, and our tech team who's available, and especially Joe Chapeau, who's available to the folks online for any support you need. And thanks to Athena Papadakos for the gorgeous flowers that festoon our chancel. I want to thank you all also for wearing your masks. Masks are what love looks like in action. And just so you know, we love you too. Those of us up here without them who will take them off momentarily and periodically have all had our antigen tests and are negative. Or as Jonah gave me the signs this morning, and he said, or maybe it's this, I'm negative. So we're all safe this morning. This time of year, a quick reminder that love also looks like voting, so good luck to everybody filling out your ballots if you haven't already. Kathleen Quenneville, can you raise your hand? Kathleen has been very active in the state of California around voting issues, and so if you feel at a loss, as my daughter did this week as I walked her through the ballot, Kathleen is here, and you might reach out to her at social hour, and I bet she'd be willing to sit with you and walk you through so you can do the work of putting our values into institutions and our civic leaders. Well, we have all heard the words, they're Alfred Lord Tennyson's, "'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all," which definitely names one truth about love, but it doesn't get at a lot of the texture and hardship and journey of how we walk through the love that we have had but lost. And so that's a big piece of what we are hoping to make space for this morning, as we have in recent years past in this service that you are part of creating this morning. It's this time of year, as so many of you know, when there is the pagan festival of Samhain, this idea in that tradition where the veil is thin between the living and dying, and so more fluidity and spaciousness for conversation and connection. A tradition that gets borrowed and shows up in All Souls and All Saints Day, that has its expression in Latin America and Mexico with Dia de los Muertos, to name just 3 traditions in which communities have had a sense that there are times when the connections between us are a little thinner, and so spaciousness to name and hold and reach across our loss for greater access to the healing and expressions of love that feel important to that healing. So I want to invite us all to bring the fullness of our hearts to this morning, including those places of loss and grief, as we worship together. I'd invite you to join me saying the words of our chalice lighting, and those of us, those who are joining us through live stream, if you have a candle or a chalice at home, please feel free to light one in the place of worship that you create in your own home or wherever you find yourself. Let's say the words together. We light this chalice for the light of truth, the warmth of love, and the fire of commitment. We light this symbol of our faith as we gather together.